Hi, cyber folks. Good morning. Today we are going to see about Triton or TRISIS malware. In this malware series, this is I think third or fourth malware. This is also an industrial control system malware, which is impacting hazard, and it is related to loss of people, safety, and other critical scenarios where an industrial control system should not fail. Okay. Now the naming of this malware, Triton or Trisis, both ways it can be called. Trisis, why we are calling, because it is something related to the Schneider Electrical Safety Instrument System, which is called Triconics. Triconics Safety Instrument System was the one which will be affected or impacted by this malware. So Schneider has lot of devices for industrial control system, but this is something which they implement in the petrochemical plant or any other plant for managing the safety. Safety in the perspective of any gas leakage, overheating, pressure, those stuff. So now how this malware is impacting and where this malware is originating. Basically, this malware is originating from Russia as per the magazine, and it actually travels across and goes into Saudi petrochemical plant. Okay. Now earlier we had seen some scenarios like Stuxnet, which is created by US and Israel, and it is going to Iran nuclear power plant Natanz. And again, Shamoon is created by Iran, and it is going to it is going to Saudi Aramco, which is a key ally of US. So these are all scenarios we see in the political background. But in this scenario, it's very unclear that what exactly the background of it, whether they are going to test the malware or just they want to prove or they want to disrupt petrochemical generation or distribution, because Russia is also a petrochemical based country which is seeing lot of profits from petrochemical, and Saudi is also one of the petrochemical country, so they have industry to refine and distribute this petrochemical. So exactly the scenario is unclear, but the common union is United States, where they have ally with Saudi and other countries. Okay. Now coming to technical standpoint, this TRISIS, which is tri means the tricon system, and sys is safety instrument system. Okay, how this is manipulated. Basically, this TRISIS malware is introduced into the system through IT, as usual, IT to OT. There was no clear segmentation of network, so it is coming through HMI, which is also called engineer workstation. From there, it is traveling across, and it is moving laterally. It is moving to the OT environment, where the safety instruments are placed, especially the Schneider Electrical Tricon safety instrument system. Okay, what is there are lots of industrial control system which will govern the safety of the petrochemical plant. You can take sensors, you can take PLCs, you can take safety instrument system, but here the main target is safety instrument system, because the safety instrument system basically tells you, you can monitor through the human HMI system, the engineering workstation. Okay, everything is green, nothing is red, all are good. But if the safety instrument system doesn't monitor any unusual behavior, which can be an overheating, which can be a sensor related issue, or which can be any sort of hazardous situation, that's not reported back to the system, which is not right. The controller engineer workstation will not show there is something wrong. So things will be people will say, okay, everything is going normal, unless in the ground someone is noticing that there is a alarm, there is a breach of hazardous situation like gas leakage or any safety related issue. This will be gone unnoticed. Okay, what about this TRISIS? What exactly this TRISIS will do? It goes into the logic. Let's say the safety will say that this valve has to be closed in 5 seconds. This will say no, you just doesn't you don't close it. Even if it is overheated or overpressured, please keep running and there is no issue about it. So the valve doesn't close, the logic doesn't end, so the logic is manipulated. So the even the pressure is not no overheated pressure or pipe pressure or wall pressure is not informed in the alarm or any monitoring system. So this will cause a great damage. The key consequences will be manipulation of devices and all stuff, but the hazardous situation is release of toxic or poisonous gas, or an explosion or discharge of very hazardous chemical into the plant. So not controlling the nuclear waste, there is a lot of hazardous impact which will directly cause casualties in the plant who are working. And if it is not under control, it might actually impact the at least in the certain boundaries, all the factory members or people who are working in the plant, or even it can cause a huge damage to the atmosphere by releasing poisonous gas into the atmosphere. Even in yesterday's war, there is a refinery which is blasted, and there is a lot of black smoke coming out, and it is impacting the atmosphere, which will cause poisonous rain gas again. So there is a lot of hazardous situation which will be caused in the atmosphere. So this is the real damage which this crisis can do to a system. So moving forward, we'll try to understand how these malwares are activated in real-time scenario. I will give you one piece of code which will actually show you how an OT device or sensors can be manipulated and it can end up in a disaster situation. All right, thank you. Have a great day. Bye.